Hey, yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have for you the Drytron test hand video. So I've recorded a couple of test hands, a little bit of variety. I also tried to do some replay test hands or some test hands versus boards, but that was kind of hard to set up. So for now, this is going to be what I have for you, so you can see a little bit how the deck goes if you go first. And yeah, basically it's just kind of super difficult to explain a deck with multiple fluid combo lines, how that can play through any other situation. I cannot hold your hand during duel, and it's kind of difficult to get those replays at the moment. But something that I can offer you is that I do stream on Twitch every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. And on these streams, a lot of the times I record these videos, and I also play against a lot of friends with the decks that I feature on this channel. So if you want to go check that out, I have the link in the description down below. And here's a funny clip for you. Guys, you wanna know why I picked this deck to play? You guys wanna know why I picked this deck to play? Because I was opening some Megatins and I pulled this card and it was a sign. So for some serious content, some memeing around, I offer so much on my Twitch. Come check it out. For now, enjoy these replays. I'm going to try to see if I can get something for you that's usable or informative going second. But for now, this is what I can offer you. So please enjoy the video and I'll see you guys online. See you around. Alright, so we properly randomized the deck. Let's take a look what we can do here. Alright, so this is a good example of when people say there are bricks in the deck, and although these guys are not something you want to see, you can definitely play around with them. But for this hand, we really have everything that we need. We have Zeta plus access to anything else, which is very nice. We're gonna start off. I'm really vibing right now with the idea of just summoning Zeta. But if we summon Zeta and if we get hand trapped, we are kind of screwed. But we can just prep for the Battle Lord. We can also just Alpha. And then do the Battle Lord combo with that. But then we do not really have access to Fool. So what we can do right here is, what we are thinking of right now is we should work towards a Battle Lord. Well, the Alpha can search the Battle Lord, the Prep can also search a Battle Lord. The more greedy line that we can do right now is to just Alpha link it away to Link Revo. Alpha tribute Zeta, then Alpha searches the Battle Lord. Because even if we do not mill full with Curious, then we can definitely still just prep early. And then we activate Zeta. And then we get the ritual spell going. So this specific hand doesn't play around Nip. If you suspect your opponent does play around Nip, you can just preparations at Battle Lord summon Zeta with Nova. So let's go summon 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to be summon 5. So we tribute from our deck. And then we summon from the grave, summon in a zone where Link Revo doesn't point to. So we could have played around Nip, then our hand would be like slightly different. But this is honestly fine. Then we activate Battle Lord's effects, call monsters. Then we make Anima. Then we make Curious right here. Curious will activate, so we are missing both Gamma and Fool right now. We are not having any access to Gamma with this hand. We do have access to Fool, so we will just summon Gamma right here. Mill 3 cards. Or activate Battle Lord as well. Never mind. Smart. I know how to play this deck. Chainings don't really matter, because it just works anyway. Yeah, chaining 1 Curious, chaining 2 Battle Lord. Battle Lord sends Battle Lord, that's Benten, Curious sends a Gamma. Then in a new chain, Curious will mill 3 cards. you never really want to mill Meteonis. You can still combo with one Meteonis, but since we have prep, it doesn't really matter at this point. So now we can just add Meteonis back with the prep. Alright, remember that we are still under Battle Lord, and our opponents cannot activate any monster effects right now, which is insane. We're gonna activate Gamma, summoning another Zeta by tributing Benten. So at this point, usually, you would want to search the Meteonis with the Manju. But you already have the Meteonis, so we can just normal summon Manju. There's nothing really we would like to add here, so we are gonna add the Meteonis Drytron, and then with the Mu Beta that we are going to make right now, we are just going to send Delta to the grave, which is fine. There you go, first Meteonis Drytron. Mu Beta will trigger sending Delta. We're gonna activate Delta in the grave. Because we still have full in hand and we kind of want to have the most value possible. So we're gonna summon Delta, shuffle our deck, draw a card. It's another prep. Which is, you might think this is nice, but we only have one target in our deck, so this is gonna be not usable. Because we're gonna go plus already. Activate Meteonis Drytron. Not yet, because we do not have enough room right here. We're just gonna overlay these for another Mu Beta. And you might be thinking, why another Mu Beta? Well, you will see in like a little bit. Then we're activating Meteonis Drytron. Summoning the Fool. Fool activates, adding back Benten. Second effect of Fool, we summon Ophiel. We do have to summon from hand, not from deck, unfortunate. Chaining 1 Ophiel, chaining 2 Benten. Let's add back another Fool. And Benten what? The Chaos Valkyria. Then you can overlay Ophiel with the Manchu. What I do like is to link this away instead for a Appaloosa. Because then Ophiel's already in the grave for the next turn. For the, what's it called? For the Bethor, which is really nice. Then we summon Valkyria by banishing Anima. Then we overlay these two for Dweller. Then we will activate Meteonis Drytron, targeting Mu Beta. Then we will activate the Meteonis. We can tribute both the material and the Mu Beta itself for the Meteonis. And then this will be the end board that we have, which is basically, as I see it, the most optimal board. We'd still have 2 negates on this card, which is very nice for like both our opponent's turn and the turn after. Appaloosa for 2, we have the Fool that summons Bethor. And when Bethor is summoned, you can target 1, 2, 3 cards, 4 with the Fool that tribute for itself. Pop 4 cards on their field, which is pretty insane. And this is kind of the board that you normally work towards too. In this specific hand, it was kind of difficult because we didn't have that much to play with, so we couldn't really play into Nip. We could have played into Nip, or like not into Nip, but it would be like a little bit weird because then we would like die to very specific hand traps. But yeah, let's go get another test hand ready. All right, for the second test hand, we have a whole lot of options. What's interesting about this specific hand is we do not have access to Zeta, so it's kind of difficult to get the ritual spell of the Vendreads. But yeah, we're gonna play it out anyway. Can activate by using Chaos Space. Thinking about what to pitch here. It's gonna be either Delta or Alpha. We can do it like this. Chaos Space at Alpha. Battle Lord. And we're gonna activate Alpha, tribute Battle Lord. So Chaos Space is so cool in this deck. We're gonna add Benten. Alright, yeah, this is still full combo. Now that I think. Delta, tribute Benten, draw, review and draw. Draw another Battle Lord. Kinda sucks, but it's okay. Benten activates. Ending Manju. Since you already have the Meteonis Drytron, We can just normal summon Manju, add evolution, and then this will be our fourth summon. In order for Battle Lord to search a card when it's sent to the grave, it does have to send a copy of itself from the deck to the grave. So we do have to tribute right here from the hand, which is fine, and then we activate Battle Lord, call monster. So this is our fourth summon, so we have been playing around Dip so far. Then we can link these two away. Anima, link Revo. Make Curious. Curious here will send a... I'm thinking, Battle Lord will send this and add this guy. And now I'm thinking about what to send with the Curious, because we don't really need anything else in the grave right now. We have the Gamma in hand. I think because we have access to everything already, we might actually just make Appaloosa here and completely skip the Curious. I think this is fine. This is a little bit less plus, but I think that this hand we do not need the Curious right now because we have the Gamma, we have the Fool. Then we activate the Gamma effect, send Fool, summon back a Delta, overlay these two for the Beta. Then we Ritual Summon, detaching Gamma, summoning Fool. Fool will activate. I missed my Beta. Let's just send a Zeta. Fool activates, adding back Benten. Second effect of Fool, summoning Ophiel. Ophiel will add this, Benten will add Valkyrie. It's kind of weird because I expected this hand to turn out better, but we are missing a significant amount of cards due to having to work up to our ritual spell in such a weird way. But it's honestly still quite fine. We do have to keep in mind that the Fool's level 6 and we do need to have some cards in order to, or at least a card in hand to ritual summon in our opponent's turn. Right here we make a Dweller. And at that point what we can do is we can draw a card with the Chaos Space. Hopefully we draw a monster. And we draw a card. We drew a monster, indeed. Yeah, so we cannot really have or add anything back. So here I would just activate Nova. Summon a second Gamma. At this point, just link these two off for IP. So then we have Dweller for 2 material full IP. Do remember to detach Ophiel from the Dweller, otherwise your Fool will not be as good. Yeah, like this hand, for example, was kind of difficult because we weren't working to a ritual spell. It was really easy to get like blindsided by making Fafnir, sending Zeta, which might be a little bit more plus early on. But this way we still play around Dip, which is, I think, one of the most important things to do with this deck. Alright. That's an interesting combo. I never really played it that deck. 1 Battle Lord, 2 Nova, okay, 3 Bethor, 4 Fafnir, 5 Delta. Alright, this is definitely something we can play with. But we're just gonna start off with a Nova right here. It's just basic combo at this point. Linkuribo, Zeta, Battle Lord. At the Ritual Spell, Ritual Summon, Tribute Summon, Effect Call Monster. Then we activate Fafnir, and then the other Ritual Spell. Kind of makes the Manju redundant at that point, but it's honestly quite fine, because now we can we have a way to get the Fool instead. Anima. Curious, chaining 1, Curious, chaining 2, Battle Lord. Chainings don't really matter since our opponent cannot search anything, or cannot respond to anything anyway. Alright. Then we activate the Gamma, Then we activate Curious Effect, Smile. I keep forgetting about that. Space, nice. Ophiel, sucks. Fokira, sucks. Alright. 2 very bad mills right there. But we're, you know, we're gonna have to play with it anyway. We're gonna activate Gamma. Triple Benten. Summon back Zeta. Benten activates, adding Manju. Normal summon Manju. Adding the Fool. Ritual summon. We're gonna send Alpha. Yeah, your beta effect, send Alpha to the grave. Alpha, discard Delta. Add Meteonis. Delta, discard the Fool. Review and draw a card. Another Nova, which is follow-up, which is nice. Overlay for the beta. Meteonis activates. Summon the Fool. Fool effects will add back Ophiel here, because we unfortunately kinda have to. And activate the effect of Fool, tribute the Draconis, summon Ophiel, which is 100%. Yeah, 100% legal. Ophiel will activate. Getting back another Fool. We're gonna overlay these 2 Red Weather. Go. Meteonis target this Mu Beta. Mu Beta. This time we do detach 1 from each. Summon the Meteonis, Draconits. And then we're gonna link the 1000 Mu Beta off for Appaloosa. There you go. Even with some bad meals, we did manage to get through. Still ending on like the maximum amount, even though we were missing multiple pluses. So yeah, you can even call it lucky that we built the Valkyra, because then we didn't have to add back Benton, because we didn't have to search the Valkyra later on, and the choice was just obvious, adding back the Ophiel right there. Yeah, using the alpha that you sent to get more resources from the Mu Beta is just really nice and oppressive. And yeah, we're gonna do 1 more test hand, and then we're gonna switch off to a replay of me against that different deck. Alright. Best if we just have another hand with Nova Battle. So let's just reshuffle those, see if we can get anything else going. Evolution Manju. This is also kind of nice. Since we already have the Ritual spell card, we can basically just go free here. We can Manju, add back the Battle Word, and then straight off, just activate Battle Word. We want to play around Nib as much as possible. So, yeah, summon the Battle Lord. Effects, Battle Lord, call monsters. So at this point we are free to go. Now we only have to work towards a Curious or something else like that. So we can just activate the emergency right here. Emergency can add, since we do not want to risk losing the Ritual spell, we're just gonna add Zeta at that point. Activate Zeta, tribute Delta. Search a Ritual spell. Oh no, we actually have to get the alpha, right? You actually have to get alpha. We're gonna do alpha delta, full, delta, tribute full. Yeah, we are at risk of losing the Ritual spell with the Curious. You know, that's the game. Sometimes you take risk and get rewarded, sometimes you don't. Link one. Curious. So now that we have the Fool in the graveyard already, we can just send a Gamma. Battle Lord will still just add a Benton. And then we're gonna mill 3 cards. One, that's fine. 2, that's fine. 3, that's also fine. Alright, and at this point it's just the same setup as before. Tribute Benten. Special Summon. Delta. Benten adds Chaos Valk. Alright, we are not going to end on full combo here, since we do not have access to the ritual spell. We can easily just fix that. It's effect of Mu Beta. Two things we can do here. We can summon Zeta. We can also just send the Mu Beta or the Meteonis, because we're only going to ritual summon once with this hand anyway. So we're just going to send the Drytron Meteonis. Since we don't really have anything else anymore to give Chaos space. No, we didn't use space, so we cannot really add any other cards. Activate Meteonis. Activate Meteonis. Summoning full. Full add back Benten. Full effects Tribute Benten. Get some additional pluses going. Chaining 1 Overkill, chaining 2 Benten. Our opponent cannot respond, so just at the overdue Manju here. It's fine. Big summon for Appaloosa. Summon the Chaos Valk. What were they for the weapon? Still ending on a significant word. The beta is kind of vibing there right now, I do admit that, but we didn't really have any options. Any more options. So yeah.